You still gave us... All right, that's better. All right, so part 4, U.S.-Rome comparison, labor and economy. Okay, we're going to be continuing with economic issues, but instead of thinking about government spending, especially military spending and debt, we're going to be thinking about labor shortages. Remember, one of the things that helped bring down the Roman Empire was a shortage of labor. As the Romans became less able to conquer new territory and new people, they started running out of new sources of slaves. And slaves were essential as their source of labor. We are now going to figure out whether the U.S. also suffers from a shortage of labor. And our driving question is similar to that of past modules. Does today's United States face labor shortages like the Roman Empire of long ago? Okay. You're going to have 2 videos. The videos do not come till the end of the assignment, so don't worry about those now. You also have this graph, which is in your document, but you might want a larger version on your screen, and you can find that here. Okay. For now, please download our new fillable PDF. Open a new tab. Click on Kami from your bookmarks bar. Again, you should not be seeing this, but we're going to be working on this assignment for the next 2 class periods. So when you come in tomorrow and open this, make sure you click your previously annotated version and continue your work. Now, this here is a bit of just the recap from Canvas. I'm going to provide you with some information. You're also going to be going back to CIA World Factbook and using Control F to search things much like you had been in the past. You're just going to be searching for different stuff. Now, I do want to be clear in this assignment. If we're talking about a labor shortage in the United States in the 21st century, that has virtually nothing to do with slaves or slavery. There is still slavery, but it is not the legally sanctioned slavery of the past. Right? This is more criminal forms of slavery. Okay. So, if we're not going to be looking at slaves, we're going to look at availability of labor in the United States generally. Right? And your first starting place for that is going to be the U.S. population. So, you're going to search the population growth rate. To understand the numbers you're going to see, you need to click on that definition when you found population growth rate, right, and complete these statements, right, so that you can tell the difference between population growth being positive or negative, the population getting larger, in other words, or the population getting smaller. You're also going to compare the United States to some of the other countries we've seen before, and I believe Japan is a new addition here. Another part of this story, right, that's essential not just for the United States, but for other countries, is the issue of migration as a source of labor. Right, and again, before we get to the numbers, as with population, right, we need to know the different definitions, immigration and immigration. Right? And I know, Breyer, you're thinking, he just said the same word twice. They do sound very much alike, but they have very different meanings, right? If you don't like that, it's not my fault. Blame English. Okay, you're going to get the numbers. Again, you're going to compare them to the same set of countries. Now, when we're thinking about this information, look at it, compare us to other countries, and figure out if we are more or less likely than those countries to face labor shortages, and explain why you think so, why the evidence tells you that. So the first bit is just whether we've got people. Is our population growing or shrinking? Do we have more people moving into this country than moving out? those are two important things to know. But the number of people we have here doesn't matter if those people aren't actually trying to work. This graph is going to help you figure out whether Americans or people who come to this country are working. And again, there's a larger version of that graph on your Canvas assignment page, because you can go full screen with that and see it in more detail. These questions are all about that graph above. Okay. You're then going to add to your understanding of whether people are working in this country information from the two videos. So after you finish watching the first video, I want you to tell me 2 reasons why Americans haven't been going back to work much since 2020. Actually, it looks like I needed to open a new version of this. Hold on, take a mulligan on this. All right. I forgot that I had changed it to updated. All right. I actually don't want to do that. New copy. Okay. That will give us the updated thing about the video. Okay. So after you finish watching the videos, you're going to list 2 reasons why the American labor participation rate. In other words, when we say labor participation rate, you're going to find out of the people who are able to work, how many of them are actually working. You're going to tell me 2 reasons why the labor participation rate has not gone up all that much since 2020, when the pandemic put a lot of people out of work. And then the second video, I want you to tell me 2 reasons the U.S. might need more immigration. And as with previous assignments like this, at the end, you're going to put it all together. Considering everything you've learned about population growth, migration, labor participation, does the U.S. face a dangerous labor shortage of the sort that helped bring down the Romans? Remember, think about all the information you've learned in the previous parts of this assignment. Describe 3 reasons to fear that the U.S. does face a dangerous labor shortage, and 3 reasons to be optimistic that the U.S. does not face a dangerous labor shortage. Then give me your opinion and why you think it's the correct one. This is very much in that same mold of sell me a car. Give me the reasons for or against, and then hook me with a sales pitch as to why I should think your opinion is the right one. Okay. You will have a brief exit slip at the end of the hour, but you will have almost a half hour to work today, and you will have tomorrow's class period to work on this as well. All right, get started. You may work with the people at your group of desks. Gage, if you want to jump in with somebody else, just pop this seat down and work with Maximum and Chloe. If you have questions as you get into it, let me know, and I will help you. All right. Good luck and get busy.